Just as in our world, the deep oceans of the Warhammer setting are poorly explored by land-dwelling species. Even expert mariners, such as the High and Dark Elves, know frighteningly little of the water covering 70% of the planet's surface. What scant details they do know do not inspire hope for what else lies beneath the deep blue seas. Horrors of untold size lurk within the briny depths, occasionally reaching up to pluck morsels from the world above. Creatures touched by chaos glide through the water, seeking new mortal prey to torment. And then there are the unsettling rumors of fish that walk like men, the elusive deep ones. The poster child for deep-sea monstrosities, however, is the Kharibdyss. To look upon a Kharibdyss is to look upon madness. Their tentacle-like heads and necks house long, rasping tongues, and their corpulent bodies are as large as galleons. Their monstrous form is perfectly adapted to the deep ocean, and they are rarely seen outside of its murky waters without good reason. An untold number lurk beneath the waves off the coast of western Nagarond, and on occasion a wild specimen can be found prowling its coastline, dining upon any foolish enough to cross its path. Charybdisses are supernaturally strong, capable of holding their own against the eldest of star dragons in melee combat. They excel at hunting large and small targets alike, so nothing they encounter is safe. Man-sized prey is swallowed whole, while large enemies are entangled and rasped at by the beast's rough tongues. If a Charybdis manages to hit an opponent with all of its mouths, it can rip the prey's bones from their body to devastating effect. Even carnosaurs can find themselves outmatched by this gruesome attack. If a Charybdis's prey tries to fight back, it finds that the monster's hide is as tough as Gromrolled plate. As if all that wasn't enough, the beast constantly emits an abyssal howl so terrible that lesser creatures flee at the sound of it. Considering the atrocities a Charybdis can unleash, it's surprising it even needs this war cry to send its enemies packing. The close proximity of so many Charybdises to Nagarond has made them a preferred target for the Dark Elf Beastmasters. Unsurprisingly, the techniques needed to subjugate the beasts were first perfected in Clar Carond. The cruel hunters of the city will hire sorceresses to call the beasts to the surface before capturing them. This process is easier said than done, and many beastmasters will die attempting to tame such a leviathan. Should they succeed, however, the prize is well worth the risk. The beasts are remarkably easy to train, as the Charybdis needs little prodding to charge into battle. The only real challenge is preventing them from eating other Dark Elves, though judicious use of the lash can quickly drive this point home for even the dullest of Charybdises. This has not stopped Beastmasters from boasting of dominating such vicious creatures, and other Dark Elves envy the status this can bring. It can sometimes backfire, however, as a Charybdis of an overly confident Beastmaster can occasionally break free and run amok through Dark Elf lines. If such a thing happens, the Beastmaster's life is forfeit, though such events are rare. Charybdises possess exceptionally strong digestive juices, similar in potency to that of trolls. Metal, flesh, and bone all dissolve within minutes of contacting it, but enchanted items and gems can withstand its touch. Considering the devastation a Charybdis can unleash on a battlefield, it's not altogether unlikely that at least some of its victims would have possessed such items. They will collect in the monster's gullet, neither digested nor excreted. As such, if a Charybdis is slain, its Dark Elf master will hastily cut it open in an attempt to claim these swallowed treasures. If the Beastmaster is particularly lucky, they might even find enough riches to purchase a new Charybdis. In Total War Warhammer, Charybdises are, fittingly enough, a monster on the Dark Elf roster. Clocking in at 1600 gold, they act as a slow but powerful anti-large monster. This puts them in an interesting position, as their relatively slow speed makes them poor at catching other large entities, such as feral carnosaurs, griffins, and cavalry. They can act as a decent anchor point, intimidating away other large creatures from attacking a specific location. Of course, with good baseline stats, poisoned attacks, and an Abyssal Howl special ability that imparts a -8 penalty to nearby enemy leadership, they can do just fine against large blocks of infantry too. Still, their large size, mediocre armor, and ungainly movement makes them vulnerable to missile fire and gooning attempts. They also lack the regeneration of a Hydra, the other large monster Dark Elves can bring into battle. As Dark Elves have other, more efficient methods of killing large enemies, I would suggest leaving the Kharibdyss at home. If you really want to bring a monster, bring the Hydra. That concludes our overview of the Kharibdyss. I think it's also our first encounter with the Dark Elves on the channel, which is pretty cool. I think Sage of Calidor, if they're still watching, should get a kick out of this, as well as any other elf enthusiasts. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to empower the YouTube algorithm's Abyssal Howl. If you want to see me cover something else in the future, please suggest it down below so I can hop right on it. Finally, we've still got a Discord, which I've been dutifully plugging in the video description ever since I set it up. If you want to join a group of fellow lore enthusiasts, that's the place to be. Until next time, this has been Sigmar's Chosen, signing off for now.